Hello, everyone. Johnny Disc Golf back with another interview from the 2023 World Championships. This time, I am joined by the champion of the Champions Cup, Mr. Isaac Robinson. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. My pleasure. I appreciate you taking the time. We've had some extra time, though. It's been a few days or a week or so since our last event. What have you been up to in the time, between D-Glow and now?
Yeah, between D-Glow, we took a week off because that course is just a beast.
Yeah.
So me and the group of guys, we went up to my grandmother's lake house, and so we did some fishing, some swimming. It's about an hour and a half from here.
Mm-hmm.
So
is it in Vermont or like on the New York side?
it's on the New York side. So
Beautiful.
upstate New York.
Yeah. How many days were you there? Just a few days?
Yeah, we were there about 3 days. Yeah.
That's like some good downtime.
Oh, it
Just
was
like
great.
Refreshing. Talk to me about World Championships, though. It's been a long season. We're here. How's the energy level? Like, how do you feel, emotionally, physically? How do you feel?
I'm feeling really good. Yeah, body feels great. Mind feels great. I'm ready. When you wait for something for so long and you just want it to start. That's kind of how it's feeling this week. I just want to get it started.
Man, I know. I think when they announced Worlds was going to be here, at the end of last year, 2 years ago, I think everybody kind of had this one circled on their calendar. Last year, you had a great performance at GMC. I specifically remember hole 1, just in the pouring rain, you drilled a ridiculously long putt.
For bogey, yeah.
Okay, I wasn't going to say it, but talk to me maybe a little bit about last year and maybe bringing that confidence into this year.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite disc golf destination that we have all year. The combination of the courses is just beautiful. You have the woods, you have the open with the out of bounds and the wind, and so I'm very, very excited to play these courses. I think they play well into my skill set, and like you said, I got I think tied for second last year, and excited and ready to just start it this year.
Yeah, these courses, it's kind of funny because they're pretty, everyone says they're their favorite courses. Not everyone, but it just seems that way, right? It's like a very well-loved place. These are not the longest courses on tour. They're, frankly, some of the shorter ones, considering, the open and the wooded. The tour seems to be moving away from that, though, like all these big bomber courses. What does maybe these courses being everyone's favorite say about, like, where we're moving, or why are these everyone's favorite?
Yeah, I think just the scenery is definitely one of them, but the style of course, it's not as exhausting. It's not full drives every single hole. It's not up and down hills necessarily. It's just a little more relaxing while still presenting a challenging course and challenging a place to play.
I think you hit it. It's like you find yourself smiling out here. You know what I mean? You love the courses, but they've been changed a little bit. Nothing to really take the heart and soul away, but could you speak a little bit to your thoughts on the changes, good, bad?
Yeah, the changes on Brewster, I think they pushed par 4 into a par 5, which I really liked that par 4. It was really challenging, and the par 5 is challenging as well, but it seems a little lucky once you get up the fairway a little bit. And I think is that all the changes they had on Brewster?
There's hole 3 has a new tee pad, and hole 14, it kind of feels the same where they kind of draw it back left. It's but the soul of the hole is the same.
Yeah, it's essentially the same shot, maybe a little bit longer. I don't like the change on 14. I think a lot of people are going to say that.
Yeah.
Hole 3, I do like the change on hole 3. It's actually a little bit harder of a hole, and it's a fair hole. And then Fox,
it's really 7 and 8, and then 12. Yeah.
12. 12 is very, very easy. I think that'll play as one of the easiest holes on the course.
Yeah.
7, you have the big net.
Yeah, like the big net, and there's a little bit of an OB change, and then hole 8 they turn from a 4 to a 3. That's like, I don't know how many birdies there are going to be on that one.
8 is very challenging. 7, I like the change on 7 because they opened up left OB a good bit, and so you're going to have people trying to go for eagle, and I think that'll be fun to watch.
Totally agree. Yeah, they open up the OB to the left. I think it encourages you to try and get over that ravine on your first shot. So I do like that change for sure. Why skip Rochester? Was it just to give your brother like a great opportunity? Like, why skip it?
Yeah, I think I had signed up to play, and I really wanted to play. But it was just, after D-Glow and getting here with 2 days, really a day and a half, because it's a 7-hour drive,
Yeah.
to practice both courses. I just wanted to be better prepared for Worlds, and kind of give it my all going into this week, because it's a big week. So.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about your brother's performance, though. You were, up here, I would imagine, like, just locked into DGN. What was your attention level to the tournament? Were you sweating it at all? Were you stoked? Like, how was it watching your brother?
Oh man, it was so cool. He's been able to watch me in that situation before, and to be able to turn around and watch him. I really wish I'd been there. I wish I'd seen him and been able to congratulate him when he tapped out. But we were playing a practice round on Fox, and I had DGN on the entire round.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just watching, and then after the round, we sat and watched him play the last couple holes. So it was super fun, super pumped for him, because he's wanted this for a long time. So
Absolutely.
It's good to see him finally get one.
No, it's a treat, honestly. And it was in commanding fashion. It was not like he beat one of the best players in the world, and it was in commanding fashion. So it was a, impressive performance all around.
Yes.
Let's switch to your season. You've had, by all accounts, an incredible season, your best season on tour. Talk about your perspective on it. Did you think it was going to go this good? Just overall.
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, I had high hopes for the season, and kind of coming out and not playing great at the first half of the year was kind of a letdown, a little disappointed. But after, I would say, like right around Music City is kind of where things kind of switched.
Yeah.
And I had no idea, like winning a major wasn't really in my sights, and if it was, it would be like USDGC, because I've played that multiple times, and maybe Worlds, because I know the courses play well to my game. But Champions Cup really wasn't like, oh, I need to win this one or get it. So it was a nice, it was an amazing experience to be able to take that down. And then been playing consistent. I've had several podiums, and I really want to get one more Elite Series. I know we're running out. We got like one left.
Well, the thing is, any wins down the stretch are incredible career wins. That's
for sure. Yeah. So I'm really hoping to play my best at here in Maple Hill and USDGC, and even the Tour Championships would be a big one. So
yeah. The Champions Cup run is, I think there's two people in contention for performance of the year. I think it's you and Cole. Cole at Ledgestone, you at Champions Cup. Just talk about those 4 rounds. It almost felt like there was like an AM1 division and you. Like it seemed like you outclassed an entire field. Like what happened? It's 4 months on now. Like when you think back on it, how do you feel?
Yeah, I think that week I was focused on just playing the course to the best that I could, and really just kind of blocking out the rest of the competitors, and just not thinking about the fact that it was a major and all of this, the pressure and all of this stuff, but really just focusing on what is the best shot I can throw for this hole, and just taking it one shot at a time and playing my best that I could that day. And if I consistently play my best every round, then I'm going to be in the top. And I think I did that very well at Champions Cup. So everything kind of clicked that week.
I love it. How do you, or how have you not maybe, like, been able to find that flow state at other tournaments? It's so hard to just turn it on and tap into that.
For sure. It's almost weird, because it's like you forget how to do it.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'll find myself lining up on a tee pad, and I'll be like, oh wait, I'm not actually aiming for anything right now, and I'm just throwing the disc. And so, like, taking time to focus and just plan each shot, plan where you're trying to hit. It's easy to forget, which sounds weird, but it happens.
No, we're chasing the dragon. It's that elusive disconnect between our mind and body, / fully connected. It's this weird in-between state. Yeah. I want to talk about community a little bit. It's one of the most important things, I think, on the road. It's why probably all of us fell in love with disc golf. I'm outside of the cool flying discs part. But how important has it been for you, or not important, there's no right answer, to find the road crew that you guys have developed, the friendships, the bonds? Just talk about that whole experience.
Yeah, no, I hate community. I don't think anybody, no. It's really just meant the world. I really don't think I would be on the road if I didn't have the guys that I do around me. I went to a college that focused very heavily on community and like building friendships, building, relationships with people. And coming out onto the road, it was like you don't have that necessarily, and so you have to work a little harder to curate that and to kind of connect with people. And so I consider myself very, very blessed to have met Alden and Gavin and Gannon, my brother, and a bunch of other people on the road as well. But that's kind of the core group of guys there. And yeah, I would not be out here without them.
Talk to me a little bit about the archive.
Okay.
The signature disc that came out, I think Kevin Jones was the first person to have those kind of signature lines come out with Prodigy. Talk to me about the archive. What was that process like, and how you liking the disc?
Yeah, so the archive is, a lot of people know it's the newest disc in the collab series, and it's a mid-range that I love the feel of it, love the look of it, love throwing it. Prodigy had kind of made a couple mids, and they were like, test them out for us, see what you like. And so they sent me the archive, and it wasn't called the archive, but so I kind of named it, and I told them, this one feels great, throws great, flies exactly how I like it. So yeah, kind of working with them on designing the first collab disc with me, and yeah, it's a great disc.
Yeah, it's kind of that new era of disc golf and the pro scene. Just collab, it started with, I think, probably Paul Macbeth at Discraft, and now it's really worked its way for a lot of pros. Was that something that you prioritized with like the contract extension, or was this something that they brought to you?
Yeah, they kind of brought it to me earlier this year, and it's kind of been taken all year to kind of build up for this. So, but it was definitely something I wanted. I wanted to have a mid that was like mine, because mids are such a big part of my game, and so I wanted something that I could promote and I could trust and I could have to throw, and that other people would hopefully like. So that's it's kind of a big thing.
For the most part, I would say that's about all I have for this interview. I know that at some point we're going to catch up later, so I look forward to that. But I wanted to give you a chance to speak to the people at home. The camera's yours. Any of your fans, supporters, anything like that?
Yeah, first I just want to say thank you to everybody. The support and the messages and just everything you guys do for me is amazing, and I wouldn't be out here without you guys either. So I want to say thank you for that. And also, follow me on Instagram, see what we're up to. Alden's vlogs are a great way to kind of keep up with what we're doing. But yeah, a good way to support me is the Prodigy Team Store. I have a lot of merch, exclusive stuff, exclusive discs coming out there, so be on the lookout for that. And also got some signature stuff over at 1010 Discs. So they working hard to support me this year, and super glad to be partnered with them. So check it out.
Cool. Well, hey, thanks, Isaac, for taking the time. Really, I do appreciate it. I know everyone's so busy out here at Worlds. That is it for the interview. For all of you at home, if you would like interviews from all of your favorite professional disc golfers, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel.